Hi, I'm Leanne and welcome to my kitchen and welcome to week 2 of recipes you can make with a less than a pound of hamburger. Now, if you missed week 1, you can find it up there, a total childhood favorite, Sloppy Joes, and I think you're gonna love them. Now, Sloppy Joes were definitely a favorite meal when I was a kid, but if I had to pick one meal that my mom made that was my absolute favorite of all times, it would be her meat sauce, her spaghetti bolognese. I think she made the best bolognese sauce. Now, of course, she didn't use a recipe. She just put it together. So in order to learn how to make it, you had to stand with her in the kitchen, watch, remember what it tasted like, remember what she used. But lucky for you, I have written my mom's recipe down, and that's what we're gonna make today. Now, when my mom made it, she made a big, huge pot full of bolognese sauce, but today we're making enough for 2. For me, it is definitely the kind of meal that feels like home. So we're gonna start with our half of a pound of hamburger. I am using a 90-10 blend, but you could use an 80-20. If you do end up with some grease fat in your pan, just go ahead and drain that off before you add the other ingredients for the sauce in. So we're gonna start over on the stovetop with our meat. Okay, I've heated up my pan and we're gonna go ahead and add in our hamburger. I've got about a teaspoon of a fresh minced garlic. If you don't have fresh garlic, you can go ahead and use like a half a teaspoon of garlic powder or even garlic salt. And then we're gonna use about a teaspoon of minced dried onion. Now, if you have fresh onion you wanna use, go ahead and add in about a 1/4 cup of fresh diced onion. And then we're just gonna go ahead and brown up the meat. Make sure you get your meat nice and browned, cooked through. This adds a lot of flavor to the meat by browning it. Even if the edges look a little dry and caramelized, that's okay. They're full of flavor. All right, after our meat is browned, we're gonna add in our tomatoes. I like to use diced, petite diced tomatoes. You can use whatever, if you just have regular diced tomatoes, those will work fine too. I just like them diced up a little smaller. This is a 14-ounce can. And as always, the complete written recipe can be found in the description down below. And then I've got 14 ounces of tomato sauce. Grab a spoon. And then I'm gonna add in about a half a can of water. So it's gonna be pretty soupy, but the trick to this bolognese sauce is letting it simmer. My mom always let it simmer a lot of times for an hour or so. Today we're gonna do it with a smaller batch. You only need to do about 30 minutes, but allowing it to simmer, all those flavors to infuse, and it to cook down is what's gonna give you that rich, delicious bolognese sauce. And then I'm also gonna add in some tomato paste. Now, I only need 2 tablespoons, so I don't wanna open a can of tomato paste just to use 2 tablespoons. So you can buy your tomato paste, which is perfect for a lot of my small batch recipes, in a tube. It's in the same aisle as the grocery store where you'll find the tomato paste, tomato sauce. This way you can just use what you need, put the top on, store it in the refrigerator, and you've got tomato paste next time you need it without the waste. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. I just think this is ingenious. And for our and then we're ready to add in our seasoning. I am gonna add in a little bit of sugar. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. A lot of times you can wait until the end after it's simmered and then give it a taste and see if it needs just a little sweetening up. It all depends on like how acidic your tomatoes are and your own personal taste, but I'm just gonna sprinkle maybe half of a tablespoon on there. And then we're ready to add in our other seasoning. And I've got some basil I'm gonna use. Now this is dried. I'm gonna use half of a tablespoon of dried basil. I'm gonna use a tablespoon of dried parsley, and then a half of a tablespoon of dried oregano. Now, if you do not have basil, oregano, parsley, but you have Italian seasoning, go ahead and use Italian seasoning and throw in a tablespoon and then go to taste from there. So then we want to incorporate our seasoning. We're going to put it back on the stovetop and then just a medium-low heat. We're going to let it just come to a really little low boil and then just simmer. And probably simmering for 20 to 30 minutes until it thickens up and those flavors all meld together. Okay, our meat sauce has simmered. I like to simmer, like I said, until it really thickens up. And you can kind of see right here that I can kind of actually even drop a line through it and it stays separated. If you like your sauce a little soupier, don't simmer it as long. Now this is the point at which I'm going to taste it to see if it needs any additional seasoning. It doesn't need a little sugar, doesn't need a little salt. And I think it needs a little salt. I didn't put any salt in earlier, but depending on the type of tomato sauce and stuff you're using and how salty that is, it's always good to let it cook first, let it really simmer, meld together, and then season so you don't over season or salt. Okay. Now we're ready. I've got my pasta. You can use any size, shape pasta you like. I'm just using like a thin, regular spaghetti. Give a scoop, however much sauce you like on your spaghetti. Now this really makes a generous serving for two. We really can get 2 meals out of it. So a serving for 4 out of this, because I don't like a lot of leftovers, but leftover Bolognese meat sauce, I'll take it. Then I like to just garnish with a little bit of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And there you have it. Now, another tip for you, if you find that your sauce is thickened up too much for your liking, save some of the water that you've boiled your noodles in, your pasta water, and use it to thin your sauce down. So if you love nostalgic, made from scratch dinners that require less than a pound of hamburger, you are going to love my mother's Bolognese meat sauce recipe. And I hope you'll give it a try. Now, make sure you stay tuned. Next week, I'm going to have another recipe for you, a less than a pound of hamburger. So I'll see you in the next video.